Hey friends, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina. I'm super excited to be here with you today to do a little comparison video of the Vista V2 versus Vista V3. So let's get into it and talk about these fabulous products from UppaBaby. So V2, that is going to be this brown option here on my left, your right. So the Vista V2 is going to be offered at $999. That includes what you see here, which is the stroller with the stroller seat. It comes with a rain shield. It comes with mosquito netting for the seat, and then it also comes with mosquito netting for the bassinet. So the bassinet for the V2 is included in the $999 purchase price. The bassinet is awesome. It goes from 0 to 6 months. You can buy a stand where it can stand next to your bed for sleeping, which we love. And then also, of course, we've got the nice big sunshade on the bassinet, as you can see, that can tuck in. There's also ventilation on the back of it. So this is an UppaBaby V2 bassinet. Now, as I indicated, these are matching colors. These come as a set for the purchase price of $999. The seat has, I think, like 5-position recline, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-position recline, and they both will do the same things. They both have the seat that will face out toward the world. They both have the seat that can parent face or caregiver face, which is wonderful. And of course, full recline in that mode as well. So caregiver facing, full recline, forward facing, full recline, 6-position recline, articulating footrest. So the foot plate, fully adjustable, front bar, swiveling, removable. A lot of great features on this product. Let me bring the seat over right now to the camera, because this is where these products are going to be very different. On the V2, we have what I would refer to as a very typical stroller seat setup, where we have a typical push button buckle, which is the lighter gray color on the front of it, is the part that you would engage in order to undo the buckle. I'm gonna see if I can do this one-handed. Whew. Probably won't be able to. I'm gonna set it down, otherwise we'll be here all day. But you do line it up and hit it on both sides, and you're at a typical 5-point harness. And then this is all like what is referred to as invisible adjustment. So in theory, you can slide this up and down easily. Again, easier with 2 hands. I'm holding it, so it makes it a little more cumbersome. But that is your Vista V2 seat. So let me grab the V3 seat, because that is special. Vista V3, which is new in 2024, currently available on my website. Vista V3 has a brand new buckle. So you'll notice that the front isn't gray. The 2 buttons on the side are gray. So you pinch those and it is magnetic. So now I'm able to pull these pieces apart. Ooh, am I gonna be able to do it one-handed? I don't think so. Let's try with 2. There we go. So I'm able to pull it apart, but it is a magnetic buckle, and it is referred to as a puzzle clip, meaning you have to put those 2 pieces together first before it will latch on to the 3rd piece. So getting it to lock together is actually pretty easily. Unlocking might take a minute to get used to, but it's a nice little option, and I do like that now we're not pressing against baby's tummy or baby's crotch in order to undo the buckle. We're just striking from the side, and then again, these 2 pieces separate, and you can do it with 1 hand. Just takes a little practice. Okay. The other feature about this seat that's going to be so special is you have this sliding canopy. You get that on either model, but this seat itself has a removable liner that is washable, and then as you can see, the backrest here is mesh ventilation. So they've taken a play out of Nuna's handbook. And I'm sure that there's a lot of people that will say like, I can't believe you called it out on your video. Other store owners say that to me. I don't care. Nuna had it first. Nuna's magnetic buckle, in my opinion, is easier. I also think it's a little more functional. That's not to say there's anything wrong with this guy, but it's just something to be aware of. Another brand that does a magnetic buckle is Silver Cross. Do I like that magnetic buckle? No. If we're gonna add a feature, it has to be hyper functional, right? So if I'm paying more for this specific feature, I want it to be super duper functional. This is more functional than their old other buckle, but is it my favorite magnetic buckle of all that are available? No, okay? So that's the main thing. Seat material here is totally different and new colors. So this color is called Kenzie. All of the 2024 V3s are gonna have a whole different color set than V2. So if you have a V2 and you wanna add an additional seat or whatever, you're gonna wanna make sure that your colors are the same. And you know, that's easy to do by looking at what color you have and then just buying the match, but something to be aware of. Now, I wanna see if we can fit our V2 bassinet on this frame. Clicks on, no problem. Fully locked on, removable. Why does this matter? It matters because they're going to offer a new V3 bassinet as well. The V3 bassinet will match the color of your V3 Vista. That will make a bigger difference if you're riding with two kids simultaneously. And because Vista can be a single or a double, that is something to keep in mind. Additionally, your new bassinet, I will do a video about that when I get one of those in, but that has more air ventilation on the sides, but otherwise it is an identical bassinet and it is the same purchase price. So that would be $199 for the bassinet sold separately. Again, Vista V2 includes the bassinet for $999. Vista V3 is just the stroller that you see with the new stroller seat, no bassinet included, and it's gonna be $899. So it's $100 less. It does not include the bassinet. Now some people are like, great, I would never use the bassinet. I am very surprised at this decision because, to be perfectly frank, for selling this product for as long as I've sold it, the bassinet is frequently a way that people convince themselves to buy it because they feel it's such a strong value for dollars. So when we remove that component and keep the price at around that $900, and then we're comparing it to other single strollers that are $900, there may be pros and cons to think about it differently versus the older model, which includes the bassinet. Now, they are selling this guy. They're running out of what they have, and once it's gone, it's gone. So we're not gonna be able to get it anymore. Certain colors are already discontinued. I know for sure that like Noah, which is the navy, is sold out, as well as Gregory. So colors that are gone, they're gone. We're not gonna be able to get any more. But luckily there is a V3 available for purchase moving forward to replace the V2 model entirely. So you're not gonna be like stuck without anything. The other thing that's kind of interesting on this guy, and I don't know if you guys can see, and the sunlight is so horrible in here right now, but this frame is like crazy because when you extend the handle, this part of the frame is shiny and then the rest of the frame is matte. So we have sort of like this chrome deal going on for the interior tubing, and then the exterior tubing is matte. Again, not sure whose style choice that was. Would it be my style choice? Probably not. But again, not everybody wants the same thing. So it's cool to have something a little different. This guy is gonna fold. They both fold identically. So it's not as though one's gonna fold better than the other. You wanna make the handle height as tall as possible. Go ahead and fold them down. If you're new to the product, putting the brake on will make this easier. I do this all day, every day, so I don't need to put the brake on, but that's neither here nor there. We'll go ahead and put the footrest down. So they both fold up to the same size because, again, very, very similar frame. I would say it's the same frame, but it's not the same frame. I actually put the double seat on these guys. And the way that the front is, if you look at the front basket, it is a slightly different way that they're sort of assembled. This guy right now on the front, we've got this big gap right here, and we're able to see this bar on the bottom. On our newer V3, I'm gonna give them credit for this because it is better looking. The front piece here is covered with basket. We don't have this weird, larger gappy opening. It just looks a little more normal. And then the way the rumble seat attaches is slightly different. Now, rumble seat clicks onto either one, no problem. It's not as though like, oh, you have one model year versus another model year, that's gonna make a huge difference unless you have one from like 15 years ago, in which case, mazel. I didn't even know that they were still rolling. But big difference with attaching your rumble seat on this version, and I should be getting the upper adapters to show this as well, but you guys seem like a bright crew. I'm not worried. When I hook this on, there's a stopper that it sits on instead of sitting on the lower bar. So if any other stores are watching this and are like, what the hell is going on with mine? Why can't I get it to click on? It does click on to a slightly different spot on the bottom of the frame. There's a little stopper there, so it doesn't go all the way down to the bar like every other old model did. So just something to be aware of. Again, we would usually have our risers set up here, but I'm gonna turn these kiddos to be facing opposite directions just because I don't want to get yelled at by the viewing audience when they say, you didn't put the upper adapters on. Yeah, I know, I'm the devil. I did it the lazy way. But as you can see here, your rumble seat will click on, no issue. I'll take this one off the back. We'll put the rumble seat on forward facing just so that you guys can see. It of course fits on there. And this is a rumble seat V2 Plus, not the original rumble seat, but that would work as well. I did put lower adapters on this, fits just fine. So if you have older component pieces, like my lower adapters are easily 3 or 4 years old, they fit on there, no problem. And they are marked with the orange button and the blue button that we're used to from UppaBaby. Again, they would tell you not to fold it with the front seat on it, but with the upper adapters and the seat on top, you can of course fold either of them with both seats on them at the same time. What a nightmare to lift, but you would be able to put it in your vehicle without any issue. So we do love that. Weight on both is the same, so roughly 29 to 30 pounds. Holds 50 pounds per seat. Excuse me, not per seat. It holds 50 pounds in your upper seat. Your lower seat, depending on which rumble seat model you have, between 35 and 40 pounds, dependent on which rumble seat you've got. So hopefully this video goes over some of the basic differences between these two products. Again, biggest difference is price difference and feature set and what one comes with versus what another one comes with. Another difference is the tire tread is different between the 2 years. Your lettering for Vista is outlined versus solid on the older model. Leather colors, again, slightly different, but all of that is just sort of fashion. You know, if you've got questions or you've got comments, leave them below. You can hit like, you can hit subscribe, you can share because sharing is caring. They'll work with any of the UppaBaby car seats without the purchase of any adapter. Of course, they work with Nuna car seats with the purchase of the Nuna adapter. They've got adapters for Cybex, Maxi-Cosi, Kleck, Kiko, pretty much any of the good car seat brands you can throw on there, but they do make their own car seats, which are great. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and check us out in our next video where we're comparing more of the V3 versus other strollers.